Can I help you?
Why, yes, you can. I'm here to report a terrible crime.
And what terrible crime is that?
This one. Ah, shit. I told this all wrong. Quick history lesson. This all started when the Joker and I broke up. It was completely mutual. And soon enough, I was back on my feet, ready to embrace the fierce goddess within. It's so quiet. Now that I've cut ties with Mr. J, I'm about to learn that a lot of people want me dead. All alone. And at the top of that list is this guy. I'm so peaceful. But it turns out I wasn't the only dame in Gotham looking for emancipation. You fall in love. He's after all of us. The kid just robbed him. You betrayed him. You killed his BFF.
What?
You are so cool. And you're dumb enough to be building a case against him. So, unless we all want to die very unpleasant death, we're gonna have to work together.
Sure.
Psychologically speaking, vengeance rarely brings the catharsis we hope for. Yeah. Are we ready? You blow up
Turn it up!
Oh shit, is that a hyena in a bathtub? I named him Bruce after that hunky Wayne guy.
I got my voice back, but you know to never leave? The clap.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. We the best goddamn.
So as y'all see, he is making up for yesterday.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Guess who got his voice back? NyQuil and Daykill. Get your right, get your right, get your tight with a bunch of halls. Don't forsake at all. Bars.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't really feeling that one.
Just
I
dime
wasn't-
me
I
up. Just
wasn't
dime me
feeling-
up in front of the camera. All right, here we go. So anyway, here's what we got, everybody. The Birds of Prey. The emancipation of the one fantabulous Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
I think I got that right.
Emancipation, but it's okay.
Either
They knew
way.
what you meant.
It's the Birds of Prey movie,
Yeah.
a.k.a. known as the Harley Quinn movie, which I am going to let go of because I've been holding on to that gripe. And this is the last time I say my... Oh, yesterday was the last time I said my piece about it, so I'm not going to hold on that. I'm not going to hold it against the movie.
All right.
I'm just going to simply review the movie as I pull up names and stuff because I don't remember everybody's name. So, first thing we're going to do is, Al, give us your overall thoughts of the movie.
In actuality, it wasn't that bad. The beginning was all over the place. It was everywhere. She was just jumping, and I understand it because that's like the way her mind works, and that's what they were going for. But the beginning was all over the place. It was here and there. Oh, let me rewind. Let me go back forward. Let me rewind it 4 days. Then let me rewind 4 minutes, and and it just was. It was throwing me off. But it wasn't actually. It turned out not to be a bad movie. The second half, first half was weird to me, but the second half was actually good.
Okay, so my first thoughts of the movie, and I'm gonna say this with the greatness. It felt like DC's version of Deadpool. But it wasn't like a total rip off of it. So it had the right amount of differences where you can see, all right, it's his own thing, but
It
clearly
wasn't
they
as
were
funny though. To me,
It was nowhere near as funny.
yeah, it wasn't as funny.
But it was a clear they took the path of the Deadpool movie,
Right.
but you know they changed it enough where it wasn't a clear ripoff. They were just inspired. That's the word I'm looking for.
Right.
They were. It kind of like had some inspiration from the Deadpool movie, like we're breaking the fourth wall here and there.
Yeah.
She didn't really do it that often.
She did it like twice.
It's more like a. It's more like a. If you read a comic book and they have the monologue of what's happening and the characters actually talking, but you just flipping the book. It's not actually from a bubble, just like a box in the corner. We more comic books people, you know what I'm talking about. So that's my thought. I like the movie. After they finished getting through, like everybody's origin and how they got to this point, it started flowing. Yeah, the flow wasn't right. The action was great though.
The action was good.
I can see why
Huntress was like that.
Huntress was like that. Black Canary was putting in work.
Montoya was getting dogged.
All right, so I know what y'all here for. You're here for the bad stuff.
What?
I don't know. I just made that up. But we're gonna start out, since we said we like the movie, so we start out with positive. We're just gonna flow it back to the bad. What didn't you like about the movie? And then why?
Okay.
And then wait for my challenge of it, because you know we like to argue, because we're friends and brothers. It's a brotherhood of argument.
Okay. All right. Well,
so let's get it on. Come on.
I was like, dang, hold up. So the things that I didn't like was how it was all over the place at the beginning, and it just was. It didn't bring me in at the beginning, and when it first started, and then she was worried about the sand, which is like she didn't really know what was going on, and which I understand, you know, because she's a little crazy, but then she shows that sometimes she's not. But it started out, it was all over the place, and I was like, oh my God, I hope the whole movie isn't just going to be all over the place like this, because it's going to.
I was a little worried.
Yeah, I was too. At first, I was like, oh my God, this is. And I laid back in the seat and I said, oh, let me get ready for this. Because it's not. But then it turned out to be all right. But that was. And number two, this shows why Gotham police are the worst police in the entire universe. You've been saying it.
The Gotham City is the corrupt
oh my
city.
God. I mean, I understand it, but she breaks into the police station. All right, at first she's dogging the police. And then when they go down to evidence, no police show up for 3 different levels of bad guys coming in there. You're in the police station. I'm like, God, they need Batman. It's like the police aren't even really there. They're done. There was none. I'm like, God. She took out maybe 10 police officers at the top. And then when she
took like a floor out of police officers.
But that's not all the police. But that's not all the police in there. I'm sorry. And when she got down to evidence, some more bad guys came, and there was no more police. You're in a police station, and no more police anywhere at all. She goes in to break the people out. Just the fact, I'm like, all right, come on now. There's no police nowhere. Police are just letting all this happen. And my first thought was, this is why they need Batman, because the police are non-existent at all. They weren't even a factor anymore. I was like, all right, that blew me. But what about you?
For me, stuff I didn't like. I really didn't like how she actually just looked as Harley Quinn. So it was just so much crying and heartbreak that you could just see all the makeup running off. I'm like, oh gosh, because in Suicide Squad they established some really pretty kind of dolled up kind of thing, and I get it. She was going through a rough breakup and I don't know, getting out of an abusive relationship. So it's a lot of emotion. I get it.
Well, you know, that was after she broke him out. That was her life. Yeah. He was her life.
I'm not denying that. I'm just saying that it just didn't look appeasing. That's all I'm saying. It didn't look appeasing.
Cared about appeasing anymore.
I get all that, but gosh, and everybody kind of reminded me of a 2-year-old in this. Maybe because I'm dealing with a 2-year-old, so.
Yeah, but everything's he's bleeding through everything.
Yeah, well, I know for a fact that Black Mask was a 2-year-old. Yeah. It's mine. These are my things.
Zaz was, and it's wild that they try to make Zaz because Zaz is completely crazy.
You know what it reminded me of? What? You watch The Simpsons, right? Yeah. You know, Mr. Barnes and what's the dude? I couldn't think of. Mr. Barnes' assistant. His name, I've been trying like last night when I saw the movie to try to remember his name, because that's what that relationship reminds me of. You got Mr. Barnes and you got, oh my gosh, because it's Smithers. Thank you.
Smithers.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Smithers. I knew it was an S too. Yeah, but Smithers. It reminded me of Mr. Barnes and Smithers. Smithers just infatuated my Mr. Barnes. Like you're not sure if there's some sexual thing going on or not.
I just assumed it was some the way that he was talking to him and the way once he saw he called her little bird, how he just didn't like her, like, oh, I don't like her. Like
Mr. Smithers and, like Smithers and Mr. Barnes. Like that's exactly what that relationship reminded me of. And I was like, yo, this is weird.
Yeah. It was
weird.
His whole dynamic was weird. His whole Zaz, is just completely crazy. But like you said with him, it is kind of a throw. Oh, you like this? When they went into his house. Yeah. Oh, you like this? This is of me. This is when I was here. Oh, they were 1,000 years old.
it's like a younger version of Mr. Barnes.
Yeah.
With Smithers, who's just like a murderous Smithers of that.
Yeah, murder. It's a face taking Smithers.
Oh gosh. But that's what it was. Everybody being a 2-year-old. Kind of remember Harley Quinn. Even I know she's been mentally corrupted by the Joker. I get that. That's part of her character. But the sandwich thing, I'm like, really?
Yeah. The sandwich thing was off.
I'm not gonna lie. That sandwich did look delicious.
Did it?
That joint looked delicious. I would have ate the joint. I would have ate that.
I don't like them upside down eggs with the yolk just dripping out. That joint is disgusting. But that's just me.
This guy don't know how to eat food.
No.
But that joint looked delicious. So yeah, that's what I did like. What did you like?
The action.
Yeah.
The action. Huntress, when she came on the scene, she was a badass. Harley Quinn with her athleticism.
Yeah, all that gymnastics
when she
stuff.
got the bat, when the scene that I didn't like.
Oh my God.
When she got the bat, I was like, yeah,
you gotta admit. You didn't like the fact that the cops didn't show up because it was weird.
Yeah.
But you got to admit, that action was fire.
No, the action was...
When she broke the one dude's leg, they broke the same other leg.
And then when she hit the jump down and hit him...
Oh, my God. I'm not going to lie.
I'm going to hit it like... When they always show with the bat, and then you be like, oh, yeah, that's her weapon of choice. With this scene, you see why that's her weapon of choice.
Yeah, when she broke one dude's leg, right? Yeah. Like, got his leg stuck up on the car.
She breaking people's legs.
That's how you take him down.
Yeah.
They can't fight after that. Yeah. So she broke one leg, then broke the other leg, and it came back and broke it back on the other side. I was like, yo.
You broke his second leg, and then you put it back. It's like, you popped it back into place.
Oh, my. I was like, he ain't going to be able to walk forever.
Like the other dude, when she stomped on his legs. And he was in a wheelchair probably for the rest of his life. Well, he died. But anyway.
That technically was the rest of his life.
Yeah, it was the rest of his life.
Yo. I like that.
Yeah, and the end action, like right before the final scene where all the birds of prey were together, I like that too because it showed. To me, Huntress was because she was the actual real martial artist. She was the main one, and it was a part where they were in the funhouse and she was fighting looked like ninjas on the tongues.
Yeah,
and she was giving them the business.
Yeah,
and the one dude when they was going down the slide, and she just. You could see the craziness of it. She just kept stabbing him and stabbing him.
It's over.
Yeah.
And the way Black Canary is like, oh my gosh, this is so great.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I really like this movie. I'm like, all right, so good. Pro, you got any more pros before I steal your light and outshine you?
No.
No.
What's yours?
Mine was the amazing action. And I know. I can see Al like, what? I just said that. The action was fantastic. The action was on point. It was perfection. I know they brought in the guy who directed John Wick, the last John Wick movies, to come direct the action scenes. That was a fantastic move. Yeah. He did a great job. That action was legit. And not one superpower to like the very end.
Yeah, that I like that.
I did like that. Yo, this is perfect. The action was like, I could see why people. I need to get back in karate. I stopped when I was like 16 or 13. I need to get back. I need to get my body back, and I need to go. I want to do flips and kicks and stuff. That joke was amazing. I was able to do it when I was younger.
I understand, but
I know it's over a decade.
Yeah, I was about to say when you stop,
it's hard to do. I know. We don't have to live. We don't have to live in it.
I'll say I have a
we don't have to do it. All right,
can't do it no more.
Move forward in life. You focus too much on what I said and not enough what I'm about to say. All right. What I'm about to say is I also love the dynamic between Huntress and I love the like this. I like the sisterhood of the movie. I know that was what they're going for, and I think honestly they got it right. They got it right, but they didn't overkill. Like you can see a lot of movies try to like focus on sisterhood and then it's overkill. This was not that kind of movie. I really like that, and I also like that the movie didn't run super long. That was a big thing. Like it wasn't that long of a movie, but it was long enough where it kept your attention. It was worth going to the theater to see.
You thought it was? I knew it wasn't gonna be long.
Well,
I knew it wasn't.
I don't. You know how like some movies like to drag out stuff for no reason.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
And it didn't do that. Mm-hmm. Everything was to a point. Like Daniel said, the pacing was to a point. Now the pacing wasn't like that because the way she was telling the story for the first half was her like a kid telling the story. Like, oh, I gotta tell this part. Oh wait, I missed the part. And I gotta go back.
Yeah.
And then
I messed that up.
Then I gotta go back. I'm like, okay.
It was,
but they did help out by giving you like little animated things. Like, look,
these are the people. Like, if all the people that she's wrong, she explains who they are.
Yeah.
What their grievances was, because that's what it says. It says the grievances, and then it tells why they're after her.
Yeah.
And
then they show you a quick scene of what happened to him. So it helped. It tried to help you with it, but it was still all over the place.
Yeah,
and I get it. That's probably how mine works. So
So you just got to think about it like, if I get over this first 40 minutes, the rest you'll like. The rest you'll like.
It's like the same thing with the last two DC movies. Get that first 40 minutes. Power through, baby, because it's worth it after that.
After that, once they, like you said, once they get over their backstories, it gets pretty alright.
Yeah, because they had to tell. All right, so let me ask you this question: who's your favorite character and why?
You already know I'm
Oh, see, I don't know because you don't know. So how am I know if you don't know? Oh yeah. All right, how about like this? Give me your top. It wasn't that many.
It's plain
give me your
simple.
top. Give me your top two.
Huntress and Canary were the two that I like.
Ooh, okay.
Those were the two I like. I mean,
give me why and give me who's in front and who's first and last. I'm putting. I know.
I know. The reason I'm saying Huntress is because I like how methodical she was. She was kind of crazy. You could tell she didn't have a lot of friends by the way that she was acting. She was timid. She was like real timid. Like, oh hey. All her jokes were dry. But I like that because it actually made it funnier because her dry jokes.
You could tell that she was raised in seclusion after her family was murdered.
Right. And Black Canary because she was a badass to me. It threw the whole joke when she was singing and everything. She was a badass and she looked good. All
right, so my two favorite, number one is Black Canary. Black Canary, I think she absolutely stole the show in this joint.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, it wasn't an easy thing to do, but you walk out of the movie, you're thinking about one person, Black Canary, then you're thinking about Black Mask, and then you're thinking about Harley Quinn. I know it's weird, but
I wasn't thinking about Black Mask. Zaz, I think Zaz was a better bad guy than.
The reason I say Black Mask, if you go see the movie, and if you don't, this is a review, so I guess I got to tell you why. Yeah. But Black Canary was fearless, had the moral compass, and she had some humor. Like her
Black Mask.
No, I'm talking about Black Canary.
Oh, okay.
Black Canary had humor once Huntress got in. Like she built off of what Huntress was doing. So when Huntress came in, like when they were sliding through the tunnel and Huntress stabbing her, she was like, oh, she's like, what are you like? You're just so effing great. Yeah. And then before that, when they were like picking their weapons, and she's like, I'm not crazy. As Huntress was going off, she's like, I love this guy. She's just so intense. I'm not crazy. See, look, this is what I'm talking about. It's that. It was like the little small things that I always pump up that most people don't care about, but it's me there with it because I'm great. So that's why I think Black Canary is number one. This is why I like Black Mask. I don't know if it's necessarily his character or the way he was played by Ewan McGregor, but it seemed a little weird, but it seemed like a perfect fit for what was going on.
He was annoying to me, but I understand what you're saying.
He was a spoiled brat who worked. He was a spoiled brat who worked hard. That's the best. That's the only way I can really explain it. Because he believed everything was his just because he wanted, but he actually took steps to go get it. So I got to give him credit for that. I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it, but I know that I liked what I saw. I can't put my finger on it, but I know I like what I saw.
He was annoying. To me, he was annoying. I understand I'm a spoiled kid, but I do get he was over the top to me. I mean,
I get that.
I understand. He was annoying. Every time he was in if Zaz wasn't with him, where Zaz was trying to control him and manipulate him to, hey, this is this is how I'm supposed to do it. He was now when he put the black mask on and he got down to business, it was different.
Oh yeah, he looks so. I think I know another part. He just looks so cool though.
Yeah,
he like his suits with the gloves, suits and the glove, and like his swag. That's what it was.
I give him
it was the swagger he had. He had that swagger. Like I'm the guy.
Yeah,
he might be doing my dirty work. I'm the guy.
But when he was getting that Botox, it threw me off.
It worked perfect for me.
No, I understand that, but it was to me it was Zaz. Because Zaz was
Zaz is mad.
Yeah, Zaz was. He got everything done. You want me to take care of him? You want me to kill her for you?
Again, is that Smith, Mr. Bonds?
Yeah, right. You know who's really running it because Mr. Smithers, pretty much. I'm gonna do what you want, but in actuality, you're doing what I think we need to do.
Like I'm gonna look out for him because he doesn't know what's best for him.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
But
that's what it is.
It was that fair. All right, Al, give me something. Let's keep it short. The people got to get to where they got to go.
Right.
Excuse me. Give me something you would change about the movie. Outside of the first 40 minutes.
No, because that's what it is.
Okay.
The first 40 minutes just took forever. I mean, the first 40 minutes, it didn't draw you in. It didn't draw me in, like I would have wanted it to. The first 40 minutes, I was ready to say, okay, this is some garbage. I'm not going to like this. And I understand the way that she was telling it and stuff like that, but if they would have pulled her back just a little bit, I know you want to show how crazy she is. The second half, she wasn't as crazy as she was in the first 40 minutes. If they pulled her back those first 40 minutes a little bit more, I probably would have been more interested.
Okay. All right, for me, what I would change is similar to Al's. I wouldn't have the movie as Harley Quinn kind of like narrating the movie. Because that's where they messed up, and that's why the story got told the way it was. Yeah. Because she was jumping back and forth. If we would have just had the movie, I broke up with the Joker, and it did like a what's the word? I want to say a normal movie, but a more traditional movie. That's the word I'm looking for. More traditional movie where you're seeing everybody's story progress at the same time to a point where they're all meeting each other.
See that? Yeah.
That would have been. I think that would have made it flow a little better. But they were still I think they were still trying to get that Suicide Squad feel to it, so it's kind of jumping all over the place. So, but it was done much better this time than Suicide Squad. The plot was way better than Suicide Squad.
When she saw Catwoman, hey, I know that guy.
Yeah.
I said, oh, yeah.
There was some few Easter eggs in there, and I'll let, we'll talk about that other time in other videos. This is just a review of of the movie. But I think that if they would have went to a more traditional where you're telling Harley Quinn's story, and then you'll see the same story with Huntress, and then you'll see like another story with Black Canary and Black Mask with the blacks, even though that's kind of wrong to say, but I can say it because I'm me and my color. And you have all those stories come together at once. all those stories come together at once, and it had a meet up point. It would have flowed a little bit. I would give it a 10 instead of the 8 he's about to give it right now. So Sky, Owl. I was about to say Sky. I don't know.
Sky.
Because I was about to say Scale and Owl at the same time.
Right.
Owl, give me your rating on a scale of 1 to 10.
Well, you already hit on that. It is 8.
I told you.
I mean,
do I know my brother? Do I know my brother?
I mean, it's enjoyable. You can watch it. You'll have a good time. You'll love the action, and that's what it is. It's like that's how they portray it. It's a good time.
Yeah.
That's how as long as you just portray it as, hey, I'm not going to think too much into the story. It's just a good time. Okay. Think of it as a good time, and you'll have fun.
All right, so me, I'm gonna give it a. I'm giving it a 9.
Oh,
I'm giving it a 9.
What?
Yes, I'm giving it a 9. And let me tell you why.
Wow.
Let me tell you why. I'm giving it a 9.
All right, I'm ready.
Every action scene was great. Great song. Every action scene was really, really good. I'll give you that. I love it. It's not one character I did not like in it. I can honestly say it wasn't one character like you. It was
the little Asian girl.
No, I like Cassandra Cain. She was dealing with what she had to deal with. It was only what she. It's like a thing of being. You only grow up in the environment you're in, and you can't control the environment you grew up in because you're a kid, not an adult. So circumstance you can overcome it, but at that age, there's not what you can do. But I couldn't find a character that I couldn't see like take them out the movie. They weren't needed. They're not needed. Or they're bringing down the movie. It wasn't one person acting poorly. I'm like, man, they could have found somebody better. I'm saying the only reason I don't want to give it a 10 because
Wow.
the way they were telling the story had me confused for like the first like act and a half, but I kind of understood it. I have to go with I can't find enough negatives to drop the movie to anything lower than a 9.
Dang.
I really can't. I really can't. If they would have made a more traditional kind of movie, I probably would have put this at a 10.
I would have put it at a 9. If the first 40 minutes ain't started, I would have put it up there. But
I would say
it turned me off.
I would say that this was what this.
What did you give Deadpool?
Yeah, the first one I gave I gave 8.5. I think the second one I think I gave a 8.8 or 9.
So Birds of Prey was better than Deadpool to you?
I only did that because the first one they ran out of money, so the first 40 minutes, first Deadpool was like amazing. After that, it fell off just only because they ran out of money. Second one, you tried too much because they had so much money. So this was like the perfect medium. I can't find enough reason I can't find enough negatives to drop a lower. So I'm going. And everybody knows. I said in this movie I'm going in and it's going in as a 7. Even I was trashing it for the Birds of Prey. Oh, and the reason is another reason I bumped it up a little bit because they kept calling it the Birds of Prey in the whole title, and we all kept saying it's just the Harley Quinn movie.
But then at
it's
the end,
Quinn. And then at the end, she separated herself from the Birds of Prey, and the Birds of Prey became by themselves.
I like that. I did like that.
So
because
I was like,
it showed that it really is Birds of Prey movie.
I was giving it all this trash, and the title lived up to the name. Like the Birds of Prey did their thing. Harley Quinn went out doing her thing. I cannot not like.
See that's where it actually made, because everybody was like, "Oh, Harley Quinn's gonna be a bird of prey,"
yeah.
And she actually.
And that's why everybody was trashing it.
So
And so they proved me wrong. So I gotta give credit what's credit is due.
Wow.
So it's a 9 to me. With that being said, that's all we got.
Yeah, that's it.
Any more thoughts?
No. Go see the movie. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, go see the movie. It's worth it. We're gonna have a video discussion after Daniel sees the movie.
Yeah.
In which will be, I'm gonna actually ask the question: Should this been a rated R movie? So I'm gonna wait till some other information comes out. But
I got some opinions on that too.
Stay tuned for that. But while you do that, go check out some other videos right now. And if you haven't already, go make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications so you get notified of anything we drop. And make sure you stay tuned for the, what's that thing called? Sorry. I'm so sorry to this people who do this. But the cosplay of the day. And until next time, we out. Deuces. I know. Bye.
Yeah. We in the club, we party. We in the club, we party. Yeah. How much ice you got? I don't know.
Get it,
None.
Hollis, man.
I cannot miss like I am the ace. Electrocute you, then I leave you with aftershock. Getting angry, then I turn to Incredible Hulk. Bite and bog, chop it down like you one of them stars.